Howdy. Wednesday, July 17th. Um, this is just a news update. Current events, current news, current things that are flashing through the news. I was going to do a top tweets, but sometimes in looking at some of the top tweets, sometimes we get away from some relevant news. So although top tweets can be fun and highlight tweets that are being read on the Flyin18T Twitter stream, such as we saw on the last one, the newly released Corvette steering wheel drawing or picture. We get to the more important news items that have been popping up, obviously, that are racing related. So I came across some articles, thought it was worth sharing, some interesting stuff, some important stuff. So feel free to drop comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll get right into it. All right. So by the way, over on the screen over here, we have the Porsche Super Cup at Watkins Glen. We'll get to why this is on the screen in a minute, but we'll get over to our first news item over here, which is we're going to start. Let's start over here. So we have from the article courtesy of GrandPrix.com, and the title of the article, maybe it's a little harsh, maybe not, depending where you live, and but it's Italy loses faith in disastrous Vettel. So this is referencing an article that was put out by La Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy, which is one of the more premier sport publications, where they are highly critical of Vettel's recent performance not recent, but critical of his performance this F1 season, and saying things that Vettel has shown that he is not the driver that Ferrari wants. It is now clear that something is no longer working, quote unquote. So they go on to add, quote, for a long time, Vettel has no longer looked like a four-time world champion, while the little prince, Leclerc, was driver of the day. And that was a quote from La Repubblica. There's a quote. They also reference. I guess they talked with former drivers before they printed the article. They spoke with David Coulthard, and he said that Vettel's current problems remind him of the final days of Michael Schumacher's career. Ouch, ouch. It says, then they go on to quote him, that at the end of his career, Michael Schumacher also started hitting other cars, and eventually he realized that he was the common denominator. Brutal. So this is the Italian press, and as you know, if you live in Italy or live anywhere near within 100-mile radius of Maranello, you're bleeding red. Well, you bleed red anyway, but you're bleeding Ferrari red. So, wow. Obviously we can all have opinions on this. I would say that, and being a Ferrari fan myself, it has been a bit disappointing to see Vettel stumbling when he did win world championships, even with Red Bull. You look at his performances, if you were to go back, and he just, it was like ice in his veins. He was just unwavering, and to see him to see him wavering is unfortunate. I don't know. I'm mixed on it. If anything, maybe it's just a smidge too soon to really lay down the hammer like they are in the article. But I'm not going to say that what they're mentioning doesn't go without some merit and some validation. So, Italian press, tough, but we'll see how that all plays out. We're going to move on. This is going to be a quick video today, nothing too crazy, just some articles I thought would grab your attention. Let's move on. This has been all over the place. F1 commits to reintroducing ground effect aero concept with the 2021 rules. So, if we look, it goes on to say that F1 is committed to reintroducing ground effect with its 2021 rules package, with senior figures convinced the aerodynamic concept's return is key to helping cars race closer together. And then there are renderings of the of what the car is going to look like, and the side area, the barge boards are a bit more molded, all one piece along the sides. Everything seems more integrated instead of separate bits of carbon fiber shooting out from various locations on the car. So it would promote, I guess, closer racing, I guess. I don't know how much closer you want to get. I think everyone kind of knows my feelings based on the last few videos and how I've sprinkled it in through the season, is that close racing in F1, open wheel racing, it doesn't really go. I mean, how do you... I don't know if you really want to promote closer racing, and I hope they don't mean close as far as close proximity as much as they mean like side to side, as much as they mean given an opportunity for more passing. I don't think you really want to see cars side by side through too many corners together. It is exciting, and when executed by the world's elite drivers, it's the most amazing thing to watch. But to promote it on a more regular basis in open wheel racing, I think is, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're trying to promote it where cars can just get by each other. I mean, that's what DRS is about. It's nice that you see cars just cleanly passing each other on the track. Maybe something like this would promote a cleaner pass through a turn. I'm not 100% sure, but good article. This comes courtesy of Autosport.com. It's a good article, good read. Obviously, another article and another piece that would warrant discussion on many people's ends, and I think it's something that should be, I would love to just have that back and forth type of discussion and get the opinions of people out there as to the good and the bad on this. But they feel it's going to overhaul, the FIA feels that this is going to overhaul Grand Prix racing in some way. They include a video, the technical analysis of what the new design would be like and how it would affect racing. And the front wing would be simpler and less sensitive. To what? What does that mean? Like, what is that? What is the end goal here? I think that's what we... all right. Anyway, without actually quoting and reading the entire article, it is something worth discussing. Add comments in the video. Let me know your thoughts. We're going to move forward. Okay, I came across this one. This is incredible. And this is a channel I've been following for a long time called Ammo and NYC. AMMO space NYC. He is a professional car detailer. Professional where, well, He was called up to a dealership in Boston where they just took delivery and ownership of a Formula One McLaren MP4 19B race car, one of 5, an actual McLaren F1 car. So they will have that either on site at that dealership, at the McLaren dealership in Boston, or the owner himself will keep his collection, but I believe it's going to be kept at the dealership in Boston. And what he does is, and this is it's like a 19-20 minute video. He actually goes through, it may not be as interesting to some of you, and to some of you it will be extremely interesting as to how do you actually detail a Formula One car, because that's never really a necessity in the life of a Formula One car. If you think about it, it was never designed to be clean. It's just designed to go fast. But it's kind of interesting to, because he's cleaning the car up close and showing the paint, he's actually showing the details of every facet of the car up close, like right on top of it. So he does get into, and what's nice about his stream, for those of you that are into detailing of cars, I know I am, for me to clean my car, it could take anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. Like, I got all my supplies, I got all my stuff, all my buckets, all my rags, everything. I got whatever. So for me, it's very interesting. But I think for a racer, how many of us can get a view that close of an F1 car? So he goes over every square inch of the car. You see every square inch of the car up close because he's showing how to clean every square inch of the car up close. So it is incredibly fascinating to see the precision of how this car is put together. And obviously the theme of the video is extremely interesting in its own right. So really nice video. Once again, Ammo NYC on YouTube, and definitely worth the full watch. And then there's a F1 historian who comes in toward the end of the video, and for maybe a good 5 minutes discusses the history of the car, and some technical information, shares technical information about the car. So awesome. This was a great find. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Next, then we'll wrap it up here, is the IMSA official YouTube channel just released 3 races today to view in their entirety. So that's IMSA official on YouTube, and they released the 2019 Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge USA at Watkins Glen, which is what we're watching on this screen over here. And then they also released the 2019 Lamborghini Super Trofeo North America at Watkins Glen. That is also there, up on their channel now. The full races, uninterrupted, no commercials. And then and both of those are 45-minute windows. The Porsche one and the Lamborghini Super Trofeo, both 45-minute videos. And then they also released the 2019 IMSA Prototype Challenge at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, and that's an 1.5-hour race uninterrupted. Awesome. All right, so I watched the Lamborghini Super Trofeo already. I'm watching the Porsche one now, and we'll continue to watch it. Great stuff. Good score, good find, and I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Just like I said, little blips, little blurbs as I find them, as I grab them, I'll share them with you, and that's it. You can stay up to date. Where am I? Up here. You can stay up to date with the Flyin18T Twitter stream. Everything we spoke about here is reflected on the stream. All news, notes, everything. You can also follow Flyin18T on Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube, right? And that's it. So stay tuned for more videos. Possibly tomorrow might be doing more news updates, depending on how the top tweets go. If we get some interesting top tweets for the day, like I said, I'd rather share some really relevant news. If usually the top tweets are relevant news, but sometimes there are some of them that get away from racing a little bit and are geared a little bit more toward maybe the auto industry. So I I like sharing and discussing the racing with you live here. All right, that's it. Thank you very much. I hope everyone has a great day and stay cool. Really hot here in the Northeast U.S. So hope everyone has a great day. Thanks. Bye.